Hello, welcome to Audio Unicorn. Now, as you can see, if you can see me, that is, I am in an entirely different place. So today I'm inviting you over to my garden. This is my absolute safe and happy place, and every spare minute I personally have is I spend here. It's in my garden. So I thought this is a lovely place to bring you along to. If you are listening to it as a podcast, you can hear probably the difference in audio, and I'm fixing it. I know it's not ideal, so please forgive me. I am working on fixing it and making it much better than it currently is. So right now when I go quiet, hopefully you can hear the sounds of nature. Yep, they are there. So what I would like to do is, so first of all, different camera, as you can see, a better quality camera, and I would like to do much more with that kind of setup moving forward. If you have watched the last video, you know that it's been highly on my agenda to kind of change things over a little bit. I think I was becoming a little bit bored with the whole talking head idea that isn't that lovely to watch with the boring background in me and behind me. So so this is a bit of an upgrade, I hope, and I am working on a new recording station, so to speak, so with slightly more engaging background, and if I can, if the weather is lovely, I mean it isn't particularly nice today, but I'm undercover, so even if it rains it's fine. So today I thought I will just mix it up and take you outside. Why not? It's lovely to be outside and enjoy a cup of tea. Why not? Good place to record. So anyhow, I know I'm rumbling on, which isn't great, but I would like to bring a couple of updates. So first of all, huge thank you to everyone who has contacted me after the last episode was released and shared their feedback about the whole talking head idea. I really appreciate it, and it's been very valuable. Now, massive shout out to Cosmic Outpost. You have been amazing with providing this long comment with some really good ideas, and actually thanks to you I've had a bit of an aha moment as a result. One thing I've realized, and this is all matter of perception, might have been clear to you, and it probably was clear to me at the start, but it kind of shifted along the way as the time went by, because I've realized that some of you are coming here every week and you probably would like to see that journey that I'm on along the way, rather than just a video saying, hey, this is how you do, that, or this is how you make that happen. And it's kind of nice to include a little bit more of a personal story behind it and that continuity along the way. So Cosmic Outpost has called me out on the fact that, well, you went to Social Media Marketing World, you've never shared what you've learned in there. Why would you not do so? So I agree. I absolutely agree. And as you see the title of this video, you will obviously I am about to tell you what I've learned at Social Media Marketing World. And moving forward, I am planning on making this a little bit more fluid for you to watch and connect the pieces of the puzzle called Audio Unicorn Life. Social Media Marketing World was fantastic. In fact, it was so good. I'm still desperately trying to catch up with all the notes that I've had. I mean, this has been over a month now since I actually came back. And my notebook is just still full of to-do things and ideas on the back of that. But to be very precise, and I hope this is going to help you, one massive takeaway for me was definitely about Facebook and the ways to use it, but also market on Facebook with the ads. One thing that we've done in the past at Music Radio Creative, and I know now it's entirely wrong approach, every time we made an ad on Facebook, it was a straight sale ad. So it would go and say something like, hey, 25% off across the store, or buy this for half price, or whatever. So it was kind of like that. And now I understand that that's not how you were supposed to make ads. And I'm like, aha! So I went to a few different sessions. The first one was by Jan Loder. Now, probably one of the most valuable sessions for me personally. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. And effectively, he was talking about like setting the funnels with the Facebook ads. And what it opened up for me was this thing of, well, actually, Facebook ads, okay, so so you're starting off with a trigger. So the way he essentially was talking about the ads, and I'm probably not the best at putting it across in the less sexy way as he did, essentially. But so you start off with a trigger, so you need to think about it. And like for me, immediately what came to mind was like, oh wow, okay, so we've got this high traffic landing page where we give presets, free presets. And a lot of people come from Mike's YouTube channel to that page and download the free presets. So this is a perfect trigger for a Facebook ad. So he said, okay, so you start off with targeting people who specifically visited that page. So number one, obviously you are not just like throwing the net so wide that you are showing the ad to somebody who's just not at all interested in your service. If they went to that page, then obviously they are highly interested in presets in general, and they use Adobe Audition because that's what presets are for. So trigger landing page, and then from there you set up like follow-on ads. It could be something like additional freebie that you can download to use alongside the presets, and then eventually I will lead on to the piece of content that will effectively show, you know, how the paid presets can help you in your content and in your workflow. And then I will close it probably with some testimonials, testimonial ads for the presets. So the way you structure it is you start with day one, you know, that's the ad they will see. On day 3, they will see another ad, day 5, another one, and so on. So you can add as little as much along the way as you can. Now, Facebook ads have been hugely on my agenda for quite some time now. So I have actually, on the back of going to Social Media Marketing World, I have decided to hire a consultant to help me personally, coach me in Facebook ads and how everything else works in there. So I went ahead and hired Andrea Val, who has also been speaking in Social Media Marketing World. I do know Andrea because she has spoken at one of our events in the past here in the UK. And I just know she's this kind of solid person. You know, there's no BS. She's to the point, very helpful. She doesn't hold back. So I've hired her for 3 coaching sessions. I've had first one already. She reviewed our ads, gave me a lot of aha moments in the process, and I was like, oh my gosh, really? Have I been doing this? And then on the next session with her, we're going to be looking at setting up new ads with that funnel I've just described. So she's going to help me with that. But the reason we haven't done it on the first session is because I went even further with my Facebook ad journey. I've hired a company to write the copy for our ads. So what I thought, again, this came back from listening to podcasts. I've listened to this guy called Ken Moskovich. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He runs a company called Ad Zombies. I really related to him on the podcast that I've listened to. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to give those guys a try. The pricing is relatively reasonable. I think the prices start from something like $50 per ad, but I thought this is an investment. If they're going to do a better job than I am with writing the copy, then obviously we are going to convert better. So, you know, $50 may not be such a big investment. So I've started with one, and I will see how that goes. I will see what they come back with. I do write a lot of our own copy. I think I'm quite good at it, I hope. But I will be able to judge whether this is worth my while or not, and I will let you know what comes back. So I'm hoping I will have something by early next week. So Facebook ads, number 1. Number 2 was content. So content, hugely important with everything we do. And in fact, you know, so many sessions we're just talking about it, the fact that, you know, marketing in form of like, you know, pushing people to places obviously isn't working. We knew that for a very long time that anyway. So I want to practice more of a pull marketing alongside it. So one of the things I've done in the last month actually is I've hired now 2 content writers for Music Radio Creative. This is something that has been taking me a long time to do. So writing good quality content is very time consuming. as you may know. And I wanted to offload that from my never-ending plate of wonderful things to do. So I've taken on two. I am still looking for more kind of specialized content writers about like radio production, DJ related stuff. I don't really have that much knowledge on that myself, so obviously I need other people to help with that. With the current podcast blogs, you can check them out, by the way, at producer.musicradiocreative.com. We have a few now that came out, but you will see. So with those, I direct them very carefully. So I say what I exactly want in the blog. And yeah, that really, really helped me. Number 3 thing was really taken from Leslie Samuel's session. Really fantastic guy. If you haven't checked Leslie out yet, I highly recommend him. He's very approachable, very easygoing guy. And I found his session very informative. One big takeaway, he recommended answerthepublic.com website. Really cool stuff. You can type a keyword and it kind of comes up with other things that people search for that are related to that, and it gives you the volume of how many people search for what, etc. So I found that hugely helpful. Created pretty much a massive content plan for Music Radio Creative on the back of that. So that's social media marketing world. Now, next week, I am actually away. 2 conferences that I'm attending. One is InfoShare in Gdańsk. So Mike and I, we are flying to Poland. Mike is speaking at that conference and I'm coming along with him. This will be my 3rd year at InfoShare. I love that conference. It's very different to anything you get either in the States or in the UK. It's very European, let's just say. I hope they will still like us after Brexit. But anyway, really, really good conference. I do know the organizer, Grzegorz. He does a lot of really cool, kind of very valuable stuff in the startup world in Poland and in that part of Europe as well. So very different crowd. It's kind of very startup-y. There's a lot of marketing going on in there. Some of our friends are speaking there too, which I'm chuffed about. There will be Ian Anderson Gray and Phil Pallen, 2 amazing people, so giving them a huge shout out ahead of the time. So they will be speaking at that conference too, and I look forward to the fact that my mum is looking after the kids for the week, so we can both get away, which doesn't happen that often, so I look forward to that. So we'll be away for the whole week. So we're flying to Gdańsk first, and then we come back, and we're not even coming back to the Isle of Wight, we're going straight to another conference in London called One Voice Conference. So for those of you who are in the voiceover industry, again, another great event where a lot happens. Mike is speaking at that one too, so I'm just tagging along happily, hoping to learn something valuable. So I will bring you my lessons from those 2. And actually one thing that I was hoping to do while I was there is to do a live video. So it will be available to you exclusively on YouTube. If you are watching me on YouTube, if you are listening as a podcast listener, I encourage you to head over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. So I'm hoping to do my very first, YouTube live. So I will have Mike along with me and I will share with you maybe, just you will see how Gdańsk looks and all of that. So I hope you will join along. So there won't be a regular content next week as you do see this week, but you will have the opportunity to come and join me live. So I hope you can. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.